Hi twin flames! Today we're talking about the third stage of harmonious twin flame union, which is the upset stage. If you haven't watched the previous video, which is all about the different twin flame stages, then definitely go watch that first so that you have a background on what we're going to talk about. But if you have, then welcome. So what is the upset stage? Essentially, the upset stage is the time in your twin flame relationship when everything that is out of alignment with love is going to come out to the surface. So, any beliefs that you hold on to, or maybe even any, subconscious things like stuff you watched go on during your childhood, the relationship your parents had. This is going to really influence how you view relationships, right? So, the upset state is going to bring all those to the surface and even minor things, like really minor ways you might not be fully honoring yourself or fully respecting yourself, or maybe some ways you're not really being loving towards yourself. All these are going to come up in the upset stage. And it will look like your twin flame is causing all of this. It will look like they're the jerk, they're making this happen, they're upsetting you. But in divine truth, your twin flame is your ultimate mirror. So, yeah, being mad at your twin flame for upsetting you is like looking at your reflection in a mirror and raising your hand and being mad at the reflection for raising their own hand. It doesn't really work because they will mirror any way you talk to yourself, any way you treat yourself, every single belief you have. They will mirror that. And they're not doing this because they hate you. It's the opposite. They're doing this because they love you. And somebody who really loves you is more interested in your well-being, in you healing yourself and growing than being a nice person, So that's why sometimes your twin flame can come across as mean, or it can come across as really weird when the upset happens. As with all other stages, the upset can coexist with other stages. So some parts of your union can be in meeting stage, you're still getting to know them, while some others are in upset stage and some others are in the next stage, unconditional love. So yeah, it's not like it always has to be the entire relationship in this stage. It's more common that, the stage can coexist with others. So that is also the most important stage because it's very easy to love someone when things are going great and you're getting to know each other and it's still very new. But what about when they do something that annoys you? Do you still love them then? And that's a big part of the upset stage. That's the question that your twin flame is asking you vibrationally is, will you still love me if I do this? Okay, you will. So what if that happens? Do you still love me unconditionally? And it's not only your twin flame asking this, it's also you. By being yourself, you upset them. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person, but it's very natural because you're also loving them in this way by just being yourself. It's not like you wake up one day and you're like, oh, I'm gonna piss off my twin flame. What a nice day. I don't think anyone really thinks that, or if they do, it's more out of frustration. But yeah, unconditional loving someone, it means also helping bring those misalignments to the surface for them as well. And that's what you do by being you. So I'd say don't be afraid of the upset stage. It's something that is bound to happen sooner or later. Like your twin flame journey can be easy and smooth and all that, but you'll still experience upsets. Like the only way not to experience upsets is if you're completely ascended master, which none of us is, right? So, or you wouldn't be watching this video if you were an ascended master. There would be no value in it for you. So, yeah, it's something very natural and something that happens. There's no need to freak out or be afraid of it. Because, yeah, I understand in a soulmate relationship, for example, when you go through upsets there, then it's game over, the relationship doesn't grow. But it's safe to empty your cup when it comes to your twin flame relationship and to really see that those upsets are only leading you deeper into love. They're not taking away from the love, unlike with a soulmate. So it's safe to have upsets and it's safe to go through them. And today we'll give you 4 tips on how to survive the upset stage, which is the most important stage. So in order to reach the unconditional love stage, you need to go through the opposite stage. So you need to survive that first. So let's begin. The first step is to have compassion for yourself and for your twin flame, right? So it's not enough to just have compassion for you, you also need to have it for them, and vice versa. It's not enough to just be compassionate towards them, but be awful to yourself. As I said before, it's okay to have upsets, it's totally fine to experience them, and that doesn't make you a bad person or wrong in any way, doesn't mean you're doing the twin flame journey wrong, or I don't know, any other crazy thought like that. It's totally normal. And it can be hard, right? It doesn't... you can still acknowledge that there's a part of you that finds all of this hard, and you can be compassionate with yourself. You can choose to be patient with yourself, to commit to yourself, and commit to loving yourself, even through those upsets. And that's very important. That builds trust, because you're showing up for yourself every time you're upset and you choose to love that part of you instead of abandoning yourself there. Then that builds trust, because you can depend on yourself, not to, go outside of you and do all sorts of crazy things. You're grounded, and you can then very safely move on to the next stage from there, because you have earned that trust within yourself. And then you can overcome even bigger upsets and even bigger challenges. So ultimately it's a good thing. So it's important to have this compassion for both of you while you navigate that. Even if it looks like your twin flame doesn't have an upset at the moment, it's still okay to have this compassion for both of you, right? Because usually it's one twin flame might be going through something and the other is like holding the towel while you're diving in. It's this kind of thing. It doesn't mean that they will never go through an upset, but usually that's the balance in it. One of you goes through the major healing and the other is holding the space. So that's totally normal as well. So the second tip, number 2, on how to survive the upset stage is to educate yourself on the twin flame dynamic and the twin flame journey. And that's so important, because if you don't know about twin flames or you're unaware, which I assume you're not if you clicked on this video, right? So it's important to really know what this means, know what an upset means, because a lot of us, even if we know on the surface what it's like, we still might go through the accusation thing, like, oh, you're doing this, like, we stay in step number 1 of the mirror exercise without moving forward. And that's very bad, because it's just going to keep you stuck. So it's important to educate yourself about what harmonious union is, how you achieve that, if you desire to have that, and how you can move forward towards it. Like, what are the steps you can take, every single time, right? I took one step, what's the next one? And then to keep moving forward. So it's important to have good knowledge, good information about this journey and the twin flame dynamic if you want to survive the stage and move to the next one. So for this, I definitely recommend checking out twinflamesuniverse.com. And there's a free e-course there for those of you that are new to the journey. And even if you are a veteran, I still recommend getting it because it's very good. And there's a lot of things there to support you on your journey. And if you would like further resources, then you can check out this channel for more videos, or you can book a free consult with me, in which we can talk about your next steps and what more resources will help you in your particular twin flame situation. So, as they say, knowledge is power, so make sure you educate yourself and do a lot of educating yourself, because that will definitely help to know that your twin flame is mirroring something to you and you can heal it in this way, instead of wondering like, oh, he or she is doing that thing. What do I do? It helps with not feeling lost and confused to have this information, so definitely go get it. Tip number 3 to survive the upset stage is to practice the mirror exercise. So the mirror exercise, I've spoken about it a lot before. If you are new here, then click on the description links. It will be somewhere there. So it's a 4-step healing tool that was designed to heal twin flame separation. So waiting won't make you any less upset at your twin flame or resolve any of the challenges you're facing on your journey. It will just keep the challenges there and keep the upset there. And you might throw the rug on it, but it's still there and it's still stinking up the whole room. So might as well pull that and actually clean what's under. So that's what you're doing with the mirror exercise. You're really going in the part of you that is upset, you're really loving that part of you. And that's how you move forward. Like, healing can open so many doors for you in any area of your life, particularly in your twin flame journey. You can go from your twin flame blocking you everywhere to talking every day, just by healing, not even doing anything on the outside to change that. So that's how powerful healing is, and that's why it's so important to practice it, and to practice it every time you're upset, not to, yeah, like every time you're upset, it's a part of you that is calling out for love. So to refuse to love that part of yourself, yeah, it's really mean. Don't do that. Don't be mean to yourself. You don't deserve that. You deserve to be fully loved. And the person that is best suited for this job is you, right? So you don't have to wait for your twin flame to love you. That is frustrating, and it's not going to happen. You need to love yourself first, and then you will notice that your twin flame loves you right back. So yeah, if you have any patterns about being needy with your twin flame, that's the root of it. So here you go. One next step. So yeah, definitely practice your healing tool of choice. I personally recommend the mirror exercise. And yeah, it will definitely, like, you will see a huge difference. From the first time you do it, you notice a huge relief on the inside. And then as you continue, you also notice that your external reality shifts. So definitely doing that will help you survive the stage and actually thrive, because you're moving, like you're leveling up. In the upset stage, it's like, upset, who's that? I don't know her, So that's another good tip. And tip number 4, very, very important. Doing all those things, great. But also don't forget to claim support. And claiming support is very important, because when you try to do this completely alone, it feels like you're trying to build like a skyscraper. But you don't have the tools, you don't have the crew, and it's just you, just trying to dig with your hands and build all this thing, which is insane, right? It's harmonious union is a high vibration, and it requires enormous support. And that's why we have a community for you if you desire that. And I have the link for the open forum in the description. So if you haven't joined the community, then do that. That's one great next step. And that's a great way to connect with other twin flames. And it helps to see other people, and not for comparison, but to know that there are other people on their journey. They're doing well by doing this thing, so I can keep moving forward in that direction. And also, hey, I'm not crazy. There's other people all over the world that feel the same way, which is very important, right? For most of us, it can feel isolating because we can't talk about this outside of the internet with our friends, because a lot of people are like, you crazy? So yeah, claiming support is important, having a good community. Another way to claim support is to do ascension coaching with a 2FU certified ascension coach. And that is so helpful because we are trained to help you heal twin flame separation at the core. We're very well versed in Jeff and Shalia's teachings, and we can guide you by using them. So that's definitely a great way to invest in yourself and invest in your union, because you're even showing the universe, you're making a statement that you value claiming support and feeling good on this journey. So you'll attract more experiences that help you to feel good on it. So that's very, very important. And also, Twin Flame Ascension School is very important. Like, knowing the teaching and applying it is guaranteeing your success on this journey. So definitely go for that. Because, I can compare my journey before receiving support. It definitely felt very frustrating. It was the same thing over and over. Like I was going in circles. Like a hamster wheel is the best way I can put it into a visual for you. But after receiving support, it's been like there has been challenges, sure, but it feels like I'm much better equipped to handle them. So yeah, like nothing removes all the challenges. There's no magic cure in that sense. You still have to move through what is yours to move through. You still have to move through the upset, but it doesn't have to feel like you're shipwrecked in the middle of the ocean and it's a thunderstorm and you're about to die, right? It can feel like there's someone holding your hand all the way there and is being very gentle and guiding you and helping you. And you're not shipwrecked. Like, you're literally on earth, like on ground, setting one foot in front of the other and walking on the path in a beautiful garden. So that's the difference. It's night and day. So that was the video about the upset states in harmonious twin flame union. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.